I've done a lot in my career, from solving the most mysterious murders known to man, to identifying sound waves from space, and much, much more. But if you were to tell me one day I'd be rescuing a bunch of cats from space pirates and uncovering a large conspiracy in the process, I'd call you crazy. But that was before I found Skin Deep. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's your boy Wags here. And if you've been around the channel, you know I love bringing awareness to games that might have slipped under your radar. And this is an interesting one. Developed by Blendo Games and published by Annapurna Interactive, Skin Deep is an immersive first-person shooter that puts us in the bare feet of insurance agent Nina Pasadena.
My God.
We work for a company called Meow Corp.
Meow.
Yes, Meow Corp, which is essentially hired security for traveling freighters, and our job is a dangerous one. Unfreeze from cryosleep, take back the ship from pirates, and rescue the cats on board. But who exactly is in charge of this pirate crew? Why are they after us, and what can we do to stop them? Well, using the help of old friends and very expensive equipment, it is a mystery waiting to be solved. It's funny, it's well put together, and it seems simple at first until you begin to realize the vast mechanics at play here. You're not running and gunning from point A to point B, especially in the beginning of the game when you don't even have a gun. Instead, you're forced to experiment with random objects and ship systems. Throw a banana peel at the feet of an enemy, then jump on their back before slamming their head into the sink. Or maybe disable the airlock systems and send every pirate in the room flying into space. It might sound easy, but don't get ahead of yourself. At first glance, it might seem like Nina is some overpowered hero, but in fact, she's quite the opposite. She's outnumbered, outgunned, and without shoes for some reason. But she makes up for it with her wits, using various gadgets of your own and items you find scattered throughout the map. Each level is an adventure to figure out how you're gonna go about succeeding. You'll be scanning notes for hidden clues, stealing key cards to unlock doors, crawling through vents, pickpocketing pirates, and much more. A lot of this game is just using the environment to your advantage. Instead of fighting pirates head-on, you'll be causing explosions, hijacking camera systems. You can even steal a walkie-talkie and call off the search.
Sierra, here! Combat alert complete.
All the levels are laid out in a non-linear design, allowing you to pick and choose how you go about your objective. And the best part is, the game keeps upping the stakes at every level. Almost every station you visit, the game introduces something new to watch out for. Pirates start locking down potential routes, and they send in even heavier reinforcements. But with that comes new and exciting ways to deal with them. Now, there are guns in the game, but by the time you get them, they almost feel like a last resort to everything else. By this time, you probably already have a handle on taking down pirates, but I will admit, having the ability to end a level by running back in with a shotgun or a rifle is just a fun touch. Guns aren't the end goal. While they are helpful, they aren't saving graces. Ammo is usually scarce, they can jam, and one stray bullet and you might even blow yourself up. Despite what it might look like, the game can actually be tricky at times. Enemies shouldn't normally be faced head-on because you die really quickly while being shot at. And when you're dealing with other things like cameras, turrets, and whatever the hell a swordfish is, it can get intense. Nah, seriously though, I hate these things. But that's the beauty of it. At the start of a level, you're sneaking around with basically nothing, and by the end, you're fully equipped with everything you need to take on possible reinforcements. When we're not aboard a station, we reside in this cheap little residence where we can respond to emails, listen to music tracks we've acquired, and stay updated on company certifications, which is usually when you learn something new before heading into your next job. The emails are mostly made up of these funny random back and forths between Nina and the cats that she rescues. I just think it's funny how casual these conversations are, like they're just emails between regular co-workers. Unfortunately, story-wise, the game is short. I'd say maybe 5 hours if you're breezing through it, 10 if you're exploring every nook and cranny on every level, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. We need more short, fun games like this. Emphasis on the fun part. this game does not take itself seriously at all. I mean, within the first 5 minutes, the game explains to you that the pirates are equipped with this device that pops off their head and revives them. So what do you have to do? You have to dispose of the pirate's head by flushing it down a toilet or throwing it into space. Speaking of space, Nina is actually equipped with a third lung, allowing us to maneuver outside the station and explore different routes, break a window, throw yourself down a trash chute, and drift through the emptiness of space as you plan your next entrance. Now, there isn't much traditional combat or fighting. You can melee with an item usually once before it breaks, but it puts you in a very vulnerable position. A lot of the combat is based on stunning enemies and then entering an animation where you steer them into objects. It's more about stealth executions and creative takedowns. As for graphics though, you're looking at them. Colorful, low-poly environments that are easy to understand and fun to traverse. It actually kind of reminds me of Deceive Inc. in a way with its cartoon style. You got these enemies marching around the map, shiny glowing key cards. Now the HUD on the other hand can be a little bit overwhelming at times, especially when there's a lot going on. It's all done in this action comic style where effects pop up as flashing words, or the screen will crop in on explosions. You also have your inventory and a recap of events on your screen. It can be a lot of information overload at first, but not gonna lie, I actually found it all very beneficial once you get used to it. The shuttles themselves are probably my favorite thing about the game. Each map's layout is unique in its own way, filled with hidden passageways and special areas for you to uncover. You might crawl through a vent and discover a way to hack into the security cameras, or you might find a note that'll lead you to some useful treasure. I like how the levels aren't just regular space stations either. They take on the themes of real places, like a fast food restaurant or a library. Even then, the maps themselves contribute to the different ways you can take down enemies, like a laundromat station with exploding washing machines, and a lot more. I don't want to take the fun out of finding these things for yourself, because they're actually really funny. If you're a fan of games like Deus Ex, Dishonored, and honestly even Shadows of Doubt or any other immersive sims that I've covered on the channel, I think this fits right up that same alley, especially if you're looking for something more slapstick and outrageous and something that's only going to take up a short amount of your time. I don't know if I've just become a picky gamer lately or it's my growing disappointment with AAA games, but when I come across indie games like these, it's just a breath of fresh air. As far as I know, I haven't encountered any bugs. Actually, at one point I thought that I lost a keycard by getting it glitched in the map, which you need if you want to unlock the little cat containers around and finish a level. Cool thing about the game though is it has a system where if anything important gets sucked into space or lost within the actual map itself, it'll transport back to these lost and found machines. Just a small feature that I was happy about because I could see something like that being easily messed up or forgotten, and instead it just adds to the game's charm even more.
Your insurance coverage is active.
Right now, Skin Deep sits just under $20, which even I was a little hesitant on at first, but I don't regret it. Once you get in the game and start experimenting with all the ridiculous ways you can clear a level out, you definitely lose track of time. To sum it up, you should buy Skin Deep if you enjoy a level-based immersive shooter filled with stealth tactics, deadpan humor, and wacky physics. Oh, and cats, of course.
Everything's gonna be alright.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. Let me know down below what you think of the game yourself, if you've bought it, what you like about it, or just drop me a comment telling me how your day is, and I'll do my best to reply. Also, maybe let me know if you want to see some gameplay for this, because I did record some, but we'll see if I actually get around to editing it. As always, liking and subscribing helps me out more than you realize. One more time, thank you for tuning in. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I will see you on the next one.